So my name is Graham Rich and I live in the UK and I'm from the UK, but I've worked overseas in the past. So I've got a portfolio of things that I do. I'm a senior advisor at the Boston Consulting Group. I'm a non-executive on some companies and I chair a non-profit company. And also I mentor and coach emerging leaders. So I worked for BCG for about a year and I decided that I needed to do something in line management. I wanted to be able to manage staff and budgets. And at that time, my wife was pregnant, and we decided that we wanted to move back to the UK. And BCG offered to transfer me to the London office. But instead, I took a job as a director in a health authority in the north of England. And so that was my first sort of senior public service role working in the public sector with about 25 staff and a budget of 100 million or 150 million to spend on behalf of that population. So the biggest challenge moving from BCG into the NHS management role was just the change in pace. So BCG is fast paced, working with fantastic people on short-term projects, and working in the NHS or public sector seemed really slow, that people took a long time to make decisions, that there were lots of processes that made things complicated, and it felt like landing in treacle and trying to swim in treacle. I just was looking for ways of making things work and happen. I was quite frustrated. I found it quite difficult. It took me several weeks to be able to just get the rhythm of the work and understand how to get things done. The satisfaction of being a line manager was the ability to develop others. That was something I'd not had the opportunity to do in the consulting world. I wasn't sufficiently senior. Um, it was being able to see things through over a period of time, to make things happen, to work with all sorts of people in different parts of the health economy, and to be part of a top team, part of the organization's top team, board of directors. So that was, I learned a lot through that process, and I had a great manager who just let me loose, basically. He let me do what I wanted to do, and it was just a fantastic period of trying out new things and getting things done that nobody thought was possible, but seemed like sensible things to do at the time. First of all, try and work out what the culture is and what is valued, how things are done, who the key players are in the organization, who's got a right of veto, who holds the authority, how you can get things done, and not assume that just because you're right, you can get stuff done. That doesn't necessarily follow. Whereas in consulting, it tends to be if you're right, that's 80 or 90% of the value that you bring to a project. That's not the case in line management. You need to be able to persuade other people. You need to be able to lead other people. You need to be able to work with colleagues to get to a shared view. Um, so that's a whole different skill set. And consultants are very, very talented, but they don't necessarily flex all of those types of muscles and work them before they land in a line management role in a different sector.